Epstein Island. Believe the science. 15-minute cities and CBDCs. Gates is good and GMO food. Big Pharma wants health and government's help. We ain't asking anymore. We ain't asking anymore. We ain't asking anymore. We ain't asking anymore.
What's going on? Good evening from Panama, everybody. So glad you're here with me on this journey. I hope you guys are really liking this intro. I'm thinking about having a new this will be my intro song, but I'm thinking about having a new song for Nope about every 2 months, covering the current affairs, what's going on in the world, what kind of bullshit they're trying to shove down our throats, and just to enlighten people of what conspiracy theorists like myself is seeing. Tonight I'm wearing my Taxation is Theft t-shirt, one that I made personally. I have my t-shirt machine over here. Man, it's hard finding stuff my size in Panama. I'm a 3X. I know I need to lose weight. I'm doing that, but still, 3XL is not a size you find in Panama. And a size 12 sneaker is not something you find in Panama either. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm a big dude. I tower over most Panamanians. Unless I go to the Caribbean side. And the Caribbean side where you have the Afro-Caribbean folks, the people from Jamaica and Barbados, they have that background. They tend to be bigger. I've met quite a few people over there when we had our beach house that they made me look small. They look like they could have been in the NFL as a linebacker or something. So those are the only people I've seen that are that big. How do you guys like the background? I've got my my shelving units in today. Check these out. Those of you guys have never seen these, they're really cool. They're just little shelving units, and you use 3M stickers and put them on your wall. And ta-da! I think it looks pretty cool. I can change up the stuff and put my little my crypto lights. Need to get a bunch of, at least find my rechargeable batteries somewhere. I have no idea where my son took them. He grabs them for all of his toys, so I need to relocate those. But yes, it's good to see everybody. Moons, good to Bendu. Pack those bags. Storms are coming. Timothy Harris, good to see you, sir. Glad you're here tonight. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hello, Crypto MILF. Well, I watched two streams. I watched Superman coming from New Zealand, going through the Pulsechain ecosystem and telling us about what's going on. He always keeps us updated well. I love his content. Fix this a little bit. There we go. But a big fan of his for a long time. I think he's probably one of the most consistent content creators for the Pulsechain ecosystem. And just got to give the guy credit. He's there every freaking night, bringing the information to us. And, I don't tune in every night, but when I do, I make sure I give him a super chat because he has that enabled and show him some love. And also, tonight I put in the chat the guys from Creative Crypto. So tonight they had they're still going on at the moment, but I recommend starting from the beginning. They went and broke down the whole EHEX, PHEX debacle, talking about what Richard said, what Alex has said, what people like me have said, and, Johnny Chaos and that kind of stuff. I recommend everyone go and watch it. It is the most level-headed approach to the situation that I have seen yet, and I like to see that. I like level-headed. I guess it's the psych nurse in me, or the cancer sign that's in me. I like peaceful. I like calm. I like chill. We can all get along. I don't know why Richard made the choice that he made. It's caused a lot of drama, but hopefully we can get this fixed over time and people can come back to being friends again, because there's no reason to be angry at each other. So, what was our subject tonight? Time is running out to accumulate your favorite crypto tokens on Pulsechain. All right. Listen, we have the Bitcoin halving coming up in the next couple of weeks, sometime in April. I don't care what the date is. I just know it's sometime in April. There's nothing precise about this. All we know is that it's a certain block, and it, depending on how fast the blockchain is going, it can come faster and go slower. So that's why I don't really care about the exact date. What I do care about is the big money. When the big money starts to exit on the buy the rumor, sell the news. And so I do think that Bitcoin is going to take a sharp decline here in the next couple of weeks. There are some caveats to that, things that could change that situation, and that is if the ETFs keep buying Bitcoin at a clip like they're buying right now, and they are going ham on Bitcoin. So that's why the price was running like it was. Obviously, it slowed down. We're sitting right here at, I think, 7. Let me see the price. I don't like giving you half-ass statements. So 71,460 is what we're sitting at, which is still a new all-time high, or right at the new all-time high. So congratulations, Bitcoin. You've done a great job. I don't own any Bitcoin. I'm a Pulsechain guy. I own some Ethereum and some tokens on the Ethereum network and a bunch of tokens on the Pulsechain network. So that's where my holdings are. It's okay to own tokens in different places, folks. You don't have to own everything in one blockchain. You're allowed. You can do what you want. It's your money. If you find something on another blockchain that you prefer, go for it. And then make sure you tell me what it is if you think it's really good. Timothy says, love level-headed people and approaches. Yes, sir. Yes. SMO Spider says, ETH is 39.84. Woohoo! Still sitting right there. It's Tuesday night. I'm thinking, what am I going to do? I might gamble a little bit afterwards. I had a really, really big weekend gambling. I'm not going to tell you guys the numbers live, but it was really big. My wife and my mom too. They're like, you just attract money. Money just flows to you. It's because I respect it, but I don't treat it like a god. I never worry about money. I guess we should talk about this for a moment, because people are, depending on how you were raised and the people that you were around, especially when you're growing up, have a big effect on how you view money. And if you come from a mindset of lack, like most of us did, from being in little lower class or middle class echelons of society, you treat and think of money very differently, right? A common theme in my family would be, we can't afford that. That's, you have to wait, or you can talk to your dad, because my dad was pretty well off. After my parents got divorced, my dad was pretty well off, and he would always take care of my brother and I. So if we wanted something that was a little bit more expensive, we would go to my dad. And one thing about my dad is that he never said to me he couldn't afford something. So my mom, God bless her, she's changed a lot since she was younger. But back then she always said, "Oh, we can't afford that. Put that down. Put that back." That type of thing. And I think that has an effect on us as kids. Now she's not like that at all. Now she's totally done a 180 and she's found the way. But it does do something to kids. And then as an adult, you're forever in that situation of lack. And I think I struggled with money a lot through my 30s, up into my 30s, because I couldn't figure out how to get past that lack mindset. So what I would do is I would earn my income as a nurse. And first thing I would do when I got my income is I would just pay my bills. And then I would realize that shit, there's nothing left. What the hell am I working? Why am I working so hard? Why am I working 60 or 70 or 80 hours a week? Well, what is the point of all this? And I would get down on myself. Oh shit, I can't afford to pay my property taxes this month because I lived in upstate New York where my $70,000 house, I was paying $2,600 a year in property taxes. So that was an expense. And I had a good life. My house was paid for, but then you still had, remember, in the US, you never own your house. Try not paying your property taxes. See what happens after a couple of years. But yeah, it was always lack. And in my mind, there was that too. And then I came to Panama. I came to Panama in 2011, and I just started surrounding myself. And it was sort of on purpose because I had to figure out a way to survive here. So I met people who had the abundance mindset, and I learned from people who were very wealthy. So quickly, I was on a daily basis, I was in the gold and silver world, and I would meet people in the office who were ultra wealthy. I mean, I'm talking, 100 million, 500 million billionaires who would do business with our metals company. And of course, there were the users, the people who were using the vaults and buying the metals. The way they would look at money was totally different to me. I would go to conferences, and people would just say, okay, I'm going to buy $500,000, or I'm going to buy $1 million worth of metals and stuff like that. And to me, I'd never seen those kind of numbers. When I was younger, I never thought that I would ever reach that personally. So I always had that lack mindset, but then I'm seeing the possibilities. And I remember one day, this is 2000, probably 2014. It's when I met my friend who used to work with Peter Lynch. I believe he was Merrill Lynch, the Lynch part of Merrill Lynch. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's who it was. Who was a billionaire, one of the big guys from the 80s, right? Peter Lynch was. And this gentleman is very, 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 very wealthy. He had his own hedge fund and all these things. And he saw something in me and Annabelle. We met him, and I got him back into Bitcoin back in 2014. I showed him how to custody Bitcoin and how, setting up exchanges, and I taught his son, I taught them all these things. We just became friends. I don't even know how we became friends, but we did. And every time you would come to Panama, we'd hang out go out to dinner. Then we'd have a cookout at my friend's house, and we became closer and closer. And then in 2018, I went to launch my own project in crypto. And at that time, we still hadn't really made it, I would say, because we became millionaires in 2017 because of the market, but then that got evaporated really quick. You guys know what happened to the 2018 crypto market. So it went up and it went right back down. We were a little bit laissez-faire with our money. We, taking crazy trips and spending money where we didn't need to spend it, those kind of things. But we still did well. I had a lot of learning experiences. But this gentleman, he taught me how to think of money and how to treat money. And then the next thing that came was Richard Hart, and the education that Richard Hart gave us through his live streams all during the pandemic and those kind of things. And through that, my mentality somehow changed. It became an abundance mentality. And now I never worry about money. And, I struggled too with my wife. It's, you always got to marry the right person. That when people say that, it helps marrying the right person. It is freaking true. So when Annabelle and I first got together, we struggled a lot financially because I lost my position. I was no longer a partner, so I didn't have a salary. So I was just doing writing gigs and things like that. But her mind slowly started changing too. And she I wouldn't say that she became 100% abundance mindset because she still struggles with it. She's still way better than she was when we first got together. But now the two of us together, it's phenomenal the way we think and the people that we know, and we surround ourselves with people who think that, not that money grows on trees, but I don't respect money anymore. I don't look at money and say, oh my God, I need some of you. Oh my God, you need, no, I don't never say that. I say I have enough and I'm grateful every day. And I thank God for what I have, and I just appreciate everything that I have and that my family has, and that it has supplied us and the people around us. And, then Hex went crazy. And that was a wonderful feeling seeing that happen. And that's a funny thing. I play casino often. You guys know I'm a gambler, but I've never met anybody that hits casino like I get hits. It's just crazy how the money flows. So I will tell you part of what happened the other day. I wake up. This is part of the abundance thing. I wake up in the morning. I come to my computer. I check my email. The first email I have is a email from the platform that I like to play slots on, and it says, "You've won a jackpot. Check your account." Like, a jackpot? What do you mean a jackpot? I've never gotten an email like that from bets before. And so I got on there, and it was $3,500 of Ethereum. It was 0.9, I think 0.95 Ethereum or something like that at the time. I'm like, what? What the hell? So I was like, this is freaking cool. All right. I must have won it, as like some of the games when you play, you get put into, other jackpot type things. And so I must have won it that way. And throughout the day, or that morning, I played a little bit more, and I won a whole hell of a lot than that that morning. So I called my mom. Sorry, a little bit New York accent there. I called my mom, and she was like, "Oh my God, honey, it just flows to you." I'm like, "I know," because my mom's a gambler too, and I'm always telling her all my big jackpot wins. She's always like, "Holy shit!" It's so great. I just wanted to give you guys the how they say, like, people who win the lottery and stuff. There's some people that win multiple times, and money just flows to them. I'm one of those people, and I truly believe that everything will always come to me. I truly believe it. I'm never worried. You can ask my wife. From the day we were married until now, I've never ever said to her, "I'm worried about money." Never. Everything always works out. When she would be, "Oh, how are we gonna pay this bill?" I'm like, "I'll take care of it. It'll get done. And don't worry about it. It'll be there." And it always is. It's always freaking there. Never once have we not been able to get something done. Ever once in 13 years. So I just I hope that helps somebody out there. I know there's a lot of you that I know that they've already got their minds there. But I want to help a couple of you, just a couple people. All it takes is a couple of you to get to that next level. And crypto is the best way to do it. You buy something, you let it sit there for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and all of a sudden you come back and you're like, yeehaw. That's what happened with a token that we bought in 2017. I think we bought it in like March or April 2017. I can't even remember the name of it. Sorry, I can't remember. But I bought a shit ton of them, like 7 million tokens. And at the time, it only cost me maybe $1,500. And I held them all the way up until December of 2017. And a bunch of the people in my group, I had a private Facebook group of about 42 people who were all very well known in crypto. You guys would know these people. They were all influencers and founders of projects. It was a great group. But one of the guys in there, this guy from Toronto, he was always the Debbie Downer, right? And he comes in, he's like, "Randy," this is my group. He goes, "Randy, the one coin that's not doing anything in my portfolio is the one that you recommended. My Bitcoin's going up, my Ethereum's going up, my Dash is going up, but the one that you recommend is not doing shit." And he'd been going at me for months. And I got so pissed. And I went in and I sold 5 million of my tokens. So I was down to 2 million. I was so pissed that I caused a big red candle. I let the emotions get to me. I let the situation bring me down a level. And within 3 weeks, the price of the token went up like 60x. Like 60x. I still became a millionaire because of that token for a short time. It was only a very like a 3 week period. But then if I would have had the other 5 million, I would have had multiple millions. And then it went, but still, the point is I could have sold. So that was the week my son was born that it hit its all-time high. I'll never forget that. And one of my friends from the States, he messaged me. He goes, Randy, oh my God, did you see what this such and such token did? He goes, thank you so much. You've changed my whole life, my family. We've done so well with this token. Thank you. We appreciate you. And I never did anything because it was the week my son was born. All I cared about was my wife and my kid who just popped out. He was only like 3 or 4 days old. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I said, I'll get around to checking it out here, pretty soon. Congratulations. I said, I'm glad we're all millionaires. This all worked out. And by the time I got to my computer, which was probably 4 or 5 days later, it was back down to maybe $250,000. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So, yeah, I lost out on that. And then I put it all into VeChain, which continued to go down, 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 down for the remainder of 2018. But that was an interesting ride for us, and it was a good learning experience not to sell on emotions. So what you saw people do the other day with Hex, we're going to go back to eHex now, was all based on emotions, and it's based out of a lack mindset. They just follow the emotion. Richard went and tweeted, then they saw a bunch of people get pissed off, and they're like, oh my God, I better sell. And people sold it at 2/10 or a quarter of a penny. Are you freaking nuts? eHex is still amazing. It still operates the way it should. It's still better than most of the coins that are on Ethereum. Do you understand? Most of the tokens that are on Ethereum. So know what you own, know what you hold. Yes, the founder took the dog in the backyard and shot it, but it doesn't mean that you can't hold on to this beautiful thing and keep it in your memories and hope that it does well. Because when that bull market gets going, eHex could run too. And that's one of the things that the guys at Creative Crypto were saying tonight that I thought was really great. So I wasn't expecting to go on that tangent, but someone needed to hear it. So I needed to talk about it, I think. Well, the main subject was running out. Time is running out to accumulate your favorite cryptos. I think we have probably about 10 weeks. You have about 10 weeks to really pack your bags. It could be less than that. If you're talking about Pulsechain only, it could be less because we know what Sack Daddy likes to do. Thank you, Sami, for the name Sack Daddy. I think it's a very suiting name for Richard. He likes to use the opportunities to get PulseX, and Hex in the faces of everybody when everything else is red. And I think that we're going to have that red here pretty soon, probably in the next 3-4 weeks. Okay. Don't be surprised if you get a market pullback. It's nothing to be upset about. It's just a normal part of the cycle. I'm thinking about this solely based on the historical charts of Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is what happens when the news of the Bitcoin halving gets close. People start taking profits, and then it goes back down, and then we get that nice pullback to let us have another 7 months of green candles or 8 months of green candles. It's normal. All right. So don't make emotional decisions. Stay the course, and I think it'll be fine. All right, let's go to the chat. Never taught about money growing up or in schools to keep us debt slaves. Exactly, Moons. And the one thing it wasn't just not talked about in schools, it wasn't talked about in our households. The only time I talked about money is when I played Monopoly. I don't know about you guys, but that's the only time I talked about money. Monopoly. Yes. This one's better with their dollar tongues there. Archipelago. Good evening. Trantaloid, how many people who didn't sacrifice or hold Hex use Pulsechain? Has there been any organic growth due to it actually being useful compared to L2 or other L1s? I feel like the answer is literally no, Trantaloid, you're 100% wrong. the amount of users keeps growing. I love the video that Money Gang Crypto put out. Go to his channel and watch his video he made. It just went out like 2 hours ago. Phenomenal. He did a great job. Pulsechain, the Pulsechain ecosystem is outperforming every layer one except for Solana right now. Even, including if you had all your money in Bitcoin, you would have had what, a 1x or 2x or 1.5x. Ethereum, you'd have like a 3x. Or what he did, he go to his video and watch it. You'd be astounded that we're all bitching and complaining when we have some of the best assets in all of crypto right now as far as performance. So yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that performance. Crypto Bendu, about 5 million after tax will get me there. Yeah, 5 million. Look, in crypto space, 5 million, it could be one cycle. If I would have kept all those tokens instead of selling them and my buddy flooded me, I would have had at least $5 million or close to it. Maybe 4.5 or something like that. And I sold them all because I wasn't going to let that shit go back down. Believe me, that one wasn't one of those tokens that you hold forever. It's not a hex, right? It was pretty much just a meme coin with a prayer attached to it. Those guys, they wanted to be a remittance processor, something like that. Jacob, the founder of PulsePot, is launching TYCZ on BNB in 24 hours. What is TYCZ Archipelago? Numbers in unique Pulsechain users has increased in a wild way. Look into it. Yeah, that was the easy one to look up. Trantiloid, you're just being lazy, man. Steve D, welcome, sir. Oh, Hexailing's in the house. What are you doing awake, sir? Get to bed. Way past your bedtime. Watermelon says, yes, I was a newbie, lack of knowledge, 2017-18. Yeah, I wasn't a newbie. It was my second cycle. It was my first, I came in right at the top of the 2014 cycle, right at the end of the 2013 cycle, whatever that was. I came in January 2014. So maybe right at the end of the bull. And yeah, I remember my Bitcoin, I bought at 450 and went down to 220 or 230. It hurt, but I was actually there for the science, the tech. What's that, SML Spider? Is that the video of the guys tonight, the Creative Crypto guys? Timothy says, the attitude of gratefulness and contentment brings a peace into your decisions. It sure does. It sure does. I don't worry about shit. The only thing I'm focused on a lot is my health. I do focus a lot on my health because I do have blood pressure issues. So I'm always like working on that. And now I'm, working hard to lose the weight. I'm back on like a carnivore with veggies and berries and stuff. But that's where I put my energy, working out every morning and that kind of stuff. But money, never worry about it. Richard going on a tirade on Twitter again. I almost think he is talking to chaos. Why is he doing the tirades? I don't get it, man. Just live stream. Tintop, hello, sir. DGen Moonboy, what up, fellas? What up, sir? Creative Crypto Raid, yes. Thank you, Tintop. I just told everyone, if you go to the top of this, I put the link to the Creative Crypto YouTube. If you go to the top of the chat, here, I can put it here again too. Please make sure you go and subscribe to them. Phenomenal show tonight. The guys did a phenomenal show. The most level-headed thought process I've seen yet about the EHEX, PHEX debacle. TYCZ is a huge GameFi ecosystem where individuals can run a decentralized Binance multiple token ecosystem, incredible game mechanics, yield farms, DAO, etc. Wow. Why didn't they bring it to launch it on Pulsechain? We're rich on Pulsechain. We got money. We got the ducats over here. Why would they launch it on BNB unless they have like really good connects in BNB ecosystem? Hello, Ted. All right, so let's go to the charts real quick to see if anything's changed. Let me log in. For some reason, it kicks me out once in a while. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so let's do Bitcoin first. Bitcoin's still going up. Well, is that 71,932, 936? Uh-oh, are we gonna see a new all-time high tonight? Oh, 72,000. Wow. Let's go to the let's see some shock and awe here. All right. So no, the all-time high was right there. 72,819 is what it's showing on this. I think this is Binance BTC USDT. So it went to 72,819. All right. Cool. Ethereum, we're at 4,023. Very cool. Look at that. Oh, this is a monthly candle. Never mind. Go back on monthly here. So still looking quite bullish, but I think this next one's going to be a red one. So Sunday night, Monday, probably going to get a pullback. Let's see how bad Hex is doing. This is eHex. Oh my God. Shit. Okay, last night I was hoping that we would not break through this line. So we've officially broken through it. We have to go on the weekly here, or actually, sorry, let's go on the daily. Yeah, it's painted now on the daily. We've officially lost it. That's what happens. We lost that nice little trend line that I had drawn. This is the weekly chart. See, painted on the weekly. Ouch. And it's like, so this happened on Friday, right? And I was hoping that this would come back up above. Then, so Monday morning, Sunday night, Monday morning, it painted it. Look how nice we were honoring that trend line. And then you get the Richard candle. I still don't understand, folks. I still don't get it. Why do you take the shotgun and blow your dog up? I just don't get it. Oh, God. Oh, goodness. Jacob is relaunching TYRH on Pulsechain in April. Okay, cool. TYRH V3 coming to Pulsechain soon. V2 had a bug, same as TYZ on TYCZ. Oh, thank you, CZ. Okay, I see. And thank you, RH. Okay, great. I'll definitely participate in the TYRH one. I really like what the team is doing at Pulsepot. They're really building stuff and from the ground up. So cool. Let's support people that are building cool stuff. Just like I support Alex from Hedron Nicosa and AJ from SparkSwap and Hexy Bastard from 9inch and Buck from PHUX, Fiat Famous. I believe in supporting all the people that are building the infrastructure and the fun stuff on the platform. The Richard candle. How does a founder FUD their own token? I don't get it. You would never see me say, stop buying Nope. You're a freaking idiot. I built another one over here. It's better. No, if you want to use it and there's still liquidity, go right ahead. Have some fun. Oh, goodness. Yeah, Pulsepot, PLSP. I put out a short today because I clipped a piece from last night. I put it out on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube Shorts about Pulsepot. I love what these guys are doing. And now they're going to bring sports betting. When Fetch launches, finally gets here, we'll have slots and stuff. Cool. What's up, Randy? Flip the script. Crypto Ethos, I try, man. Hey, BJB Bazin is talking about Theta. That was one of the big winners in the last bull cycle, Theta. And I remember because I was working with Jeremy from Odyssey, and we were doing what was Odyssey library. LATAM, Library Latin America. And one of the guys I was working with, I think he was a Venezuelan guy, he was really big into Theta, or Theta, whatever you want to call it. And he begged me. He's like, Randy, I mean, this is early before it really started taking off. He's like, Randy, you did great on Steemit. You got to get into the Theta ecosystem. This thing's going to fly. And I never bought any. And the reason why I never bought any is because I refused to use centralized exchanges. And Theta at the time, I don't think it was on Uniswap. I think you had to go to a centralized exchange. I think that was my excuse for avoiding it. But my God, it went crazy. It went up. I was like, crap. That was a little bit before, a couple months before Hex launch, maybe about 6 to 8 months. They have a new game, but no time made it to check it out. Yeah, there's a new game out. What's the name was talking about it? Superman was talking about it. Is RH the son of DJT? I don't know who DJT is. Yeah, the game came out today. Yeah, I'll check it out tomorrow night. Jacob mentioned they'll be doing March Madness this year on PulseBot. Oh boy. Look, I don't even watch sports, but I'll participate. Omni's ready to roll out the best damn DEX aggregator on Pulsechain. After that, Atlas and Stratus following close by. Bring it. Bring it. Look, quality, decentralization, these are all things I really care about. So if it works good, I'll support it for sure. Moons is a big fan of PulseBot. Me too, sir. Me too. I've got my coin staked, and hopefully that it ends up. I know you guys told me I was fudding last time when I said this, but I would like to see $300 PulseBot. $300. Yes, that would make Randy very happy. Money Gang Crypto just had a really great video today. Lots of perspective. Yes, Crypto Ethos. I posted. I didn't post it, but I mentioned it earlier in the video. I watched it. Money Gang is one of my favorite people in the Hex ecosystem and our Pulsechain ecosystem. I got to meet him in the UK. We got to go to the 9-inch launch party together. Great guy, level-headed, knows his shit, man. So today what he did is he went and he compared all the tokens and coins that people are out there shilling, saying, "Oh, this one's doing this. It's Bitcoin's doing better than Pulsechain," or whatever people are comparing to. And he broke it down, and there's not much out there that's performing better than stuff like Pulsex and Hex. I think his main one that he was comparing everything with was Hex, PHEX, because PHEX has just done a great job. So check it out. Good video to watch. Crypto Sauce tomorrow night. Today is Tuesday. We do that on Wednesday nights. Yes, we can now bet on the tokens. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. The DJT token. You guys know I'm not for those of you guys who don't know me, I'm anti-political. I don't get involved with politics. I just tell politicians to fuck off. And one of the reasons why I was first banned from Twitter is because I called Trump and Biden during their debate fucking idiots. And Twitter banned me. I didn't get my account back until the day that Biden was inaugurated. So, hey, I don't like either one of the guys. I don't like politicians, period. And people say, "Oh, Randy, you're an anarcho-capitalist. You must really like Melee, this new Malay or whatever his name is down in Argentina." I'm like, I don't trust him either. I don't trust him. So, I think he's doing a great job as far as balancing the books and getting surpluses in Argentina by, closing down all these government offices, because I can't stand socialism. And I've been to Argentina. All right, I've been there. I know what that place is like. Everyone works for the government. So he just went and started slashing jobs, slashing whole divisions or parts of the government. And now for the first time in 12 years, they have a surplus. So yes, I applaud that. But I still understand that the dude's a politician and I don't trust those people. Okay. Indium from phone screens, please. Joshua. Yes. Indium and molybdenum are what make your phone screen work. I used to work in a company called Swiss Metals. They went out of business. They were defrauding their customers and stuff, but I used to make videos for them. And I used to talk about all the different metals and what their use cases were and that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was very cool. I got to learn a lot of cool shit. On the MILF radar to get some BNB pot and steak. Well, you got not BNB pot, you want Pulse pot, not BNB pot. I know BNB pot would be cool too, but Pulsechain's where it's at. Pulse pot has a super sexy chart, one of the best in the ecosystem. Sure does. Hey, Randy, haven't caught you in a while. Luke Duke. So get some of that cheese, sir. Luke Duke's in what's it called? Milwaukee is where? Wisconsin. Yes, the Wisconsin cheese. Yeah, Pulse pot price calls are going to do incredible volume. You'll be able to bet on prices of ultimately most tokens on Pulsechain. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yes, Pepe. Bienvenido. I'm going to send 10 million EX into Nope token. Welcome, Luke Duke. That'd be cool. There's a F. That's brilliant. Now I got the chant in my head. See what you do, Ted? Kelly, you must be talking about Malay. Nope, none of them can you trust. Nope, can't trust any of them. And then, like here in Panama, 90% of the candidates are lawyers. They're all lawyers, and you guys, you may be a lawyer, all right, but I put lawyers just a hair above politician. Every time I've been screwed over in Panama, it's been because of a lawyer. All right. So I hired the box of rocks lawyer that I have. It's so funny. This is a funny story. So every time we've dealt with lawyers, or our other friends have dealt with lawyers and stuff, they've all gotten totally screwed. Richard Hart, he got taken for a ride, and here in Panama, and we just heard another story recently. Another lawyer got one of our friends. It's you got to be real careful. You got to go with the big, the well-known law firms if you don't want to be screwed. Or you find someone like I did, and my lawyer, she's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but she gets her shit done. I consider her a total disaster. I had to get my citizenship in Panama right now, and I had to go to the police to get my police report 3 times because she kept messing stuff up. But at least she's not ripping me off, and that's the thing. Once you find someone that is not going to rip you off, you take care of them. You keep working with them. It's a shame that it has to be that way, but I believe in once you find somebody that works, gets it done, then you stick with them. So, and people are like, oh, Randy, can you recommend me to your lawyer? Like, no. My lawyer's like, Randy, do you have any clients for me? I'm like, no. Because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear people complaining to me about my lawyer. I know she's a box of rocks, okay? But she's my box of rocks. So it's not like the US. You can get a law degree here in Panama in 4 years. So my lawyer, she's got a full-time job working for the government. She got a government job. So I like it because she's got the inside help. Anytime that something gets hung up, she just makes a call to her aunt or a friend, and it ends up going through. So that helps things work out. How's Panama for living? Been thinking about it a lot after the bull market is over. I love it. I love it. I've been here 13 years. I can't recommend living anywhere else. Every time we go away, because we take trips normally for like 6 to 8 weeks, that's our normal vacation time, because I can't stand flying. And if I'm going to fly to Europe, I'm going to stay there for a while, right? So by the time about 6 weeks comes, we're like, I want to go home. Want to go home. Just life is so good here, and we really have it made. I literally yell at police here. If I'd yell at the cops in the US, they'd air rape me. they'd empty the clip into me. But here in Panama, there's like dumb gringo. Here's your ticket, take it, because I refuse to pay the bribes. So they always just like, I'm like, dame mi boleto, like give me my ticket, and like, okay, senor, here. My wife thinks I'm nuts, but I play a game with the cops. I would never do that in the U.S. Never, ever. And I'm a white boy. I still wouldn't do that in the U.S. Get myself thrown on the hood or something. Okay, cool. Don't trust Mele. He was placed in power. Just another puppet. Watch his actions. Who did he give government contracts to? Who are his appointments? Exactly. Tin Top's got the right idea. Just like I don't trust that guy in El Salvador. So I heard a story, or not a story. I heard about something today from my friend Ron. He's on his way. He's going to go to this event in El Salvador where all these Bitcoiners are going. And if you guys know anything about Bukele's the re-elected president of El Salvador. I think he's a straight up dictator. He is right. The one thing I like about Bukele is the way he talks about money and the understanding of how the Federal Reserve works and gold and Bitcoin and inflation. And he really, really understands finance. But on the other side, the way he treats his people, I think he's just an absolute dictator. And I think it was Benjamin Franklin said, if you choose safety over your freedom, you'll neither have freedom or safety. So somewhat to that effect. There's a quote like that. So I don't trust Bukele. And every time I mention him on Twitter saying that the guy's a dictator, man, all these people come out of the woodwork. Oh, you're just a hater. You just wish Panama or they think I'm American. You just wish the United States was safe like our country. Yeah, it's easy to make a country safe if you take every person that's ever committed a crime in your country and put them in prison. It's easy. But there is something called due process, and I think that we should, like in the U.S., they have great due process. Yeah, it gets out of hand sometimes. People go to prison, the next day they're out. But I still think he's a dictator. I'm pissed off. If some people from El Salvador see this video tonight, they're gonna hate me. But there's all these folks that are coming to El Salvador just because this dictator likes Bitcoin, and that this dictator is buying Bitcoin, or his government is buying Bitcoin as their reserves. And is that a good reason to go to a country? If they're doing one thing right, but some of the other things they're doing are real shady, I'm not sure. Do you if you have a friend that they're really good guy and they own Pulsechain, but you see them over there beating the shit out of their wife, do you think that's a good person? I don't know, man. Just wondering. Good evening, Hexkins. What's up, Corey? What's up? So true. They're just saying that there's at least a dozen lawyers in every PH than doctors and nurses. Yeah. PH means a building. That's what I'm understanding here. Yes. Crypto Ewok, what's going on? Hey, great show tonight you guys had. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, guys, here I'll put the link in. Make sure you go give these guys a subscribe, because they're doing a wonderful job for our ecosystem. You're welcome, sir. She's your box of rocks, but it gets it done for you. Yeah. She's my box of rocks. Dealing with psychopaths harassing single woman with the kids in a whole neighborhood. Everyone is scared, but I said, nope, the Italian is stepping in now. They have gone way too far with more than other things. Wow, really, Pepe? Is that in your neighborhood? Yeah. Just call the family in. Make the call, Pepe. I know you got them on dial. Yeah, I am a gringo. I can't hide it. Bro, this stream is as honest stream. Not many streamers as honest as you. Thanks for sharing your honesty. As can be, loving it. Your wisdom and alpha. You're welcome, Steve D. I love you guys. I love chatting with you guys. We got a lot of knowledge and wisdom in the chat and the No Permissions Patreon. I learn from you guys all the time, and I think it's getting better and better. Like, and personally, their gang situation is completely out of control. Crypto ethos, yes, I understand that, but there is such thing as due process. They are not participating in due process. They are just putting them all in prison and locking the door. And go watch the YouTube video. There's a great one. I think the guy was, sorry, I think it was in Spanish. It's a Spanish video about this Spanish kid who comes to El Salvador, and they allow him in the prison. In this prison, you know damn well that it was not built by El Salvador. It was built by Americans. And I think they're using El Salvador as a test. The reason why I believe that this is a test, if you guys know Bukele's history, Bukele was a mayor of a small town. This sounds just like Barack Obama's story. You know, Barack Obama was an activist in Chicago, became a senator somehow, and then he was a president. Boom, 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 just like that, right? Well, Bukele was a mayor of a small town for, I think, 2 years, something like that. Then he became president of the country. Bizarre. I mean, this not, if you follow politics at all, this is not how politics usually happens. Obama's rise was super fast. Bukele's rise, super fast. Mele's rise, super fast. Just whenever someone comes up that quick, you gotta question how they got there. And then you see all this money that's coming into El Salvador. Remember, it's a dollar-based economy, so that means they work with the U.S., just like Panama. And their prison, like Panama's prison systems are terrible. You never want to go to prison here. But that prison that they put all these supposed gang members, and I know a lot of them truly are gang members, probably 99%. It looks like a factory, brand spanking new. It's amazing. Yeah, look up that quote that I think it was Benjamin Franklin that said, "If you choose safety over your freedom, you'll neither have freedom or safety." Something to that effect. Hex Sailing says, offline for the weekend, rugby, missed all the drama, catching up on another RH play. Don't think this one will be much different from before. Good for RH system in long term. Wow. Hex Sailing has spoken. He is an OG. He's holding up part of our ecosystem. Met him in person too. Won't say where, but we've met him in person. Get the family peppy. All them politicians have that sweet talk, fancy speak that likes like a lullaby for your common sense. You can't see what they're doing while you're asleep. Yeah, that is true. They harass single women without kids too. Yes, yes, they do. Creative Crypto, appreciate you, Randy. Thanks for the stream and supporting ours. Oh, you guys are welcome. And I'm going to call it a wrap tonight. I'll be back tomorrow night for gambling night. Paul said, "Gringos assemble." Hey, we have a term. The best thing to be, when people ask me, they're like, where are you from? And here in Panama, I just say I'm a Panagringo. And Panagringo means a flip-flop wearing, short wearing, t-shirt wearing guy who has no money and lives in Panama because they're broke. I just say I'm a Panagringo. Makes my life really easy. No one thinks I'm rich. Unless I see our house. All right. Cheers, everybody. I appreciate you.